I have jumped 15 at 15:50, nearly to the time that we did the proposal to the United Nations on John 10. So I want to make this video in order to leave a proof in the history of humanity about the responsibility of the negligence of the social network leaders, because I have been recording some proposal. In this case, I we were banned 2 times this week by WhatsApp. They restarted the links each time that it happened, and I can send uh, messages in the groups when it is banned, because some numbers have some groups and another number have some groups. I want to leave the a proof of the impact of this. Also, on the other hand, when you restart the links, the positioning of the groups start to lose. Uh, the position of the groups begin to lose because the people can access the old link and need to access a new link. I don't know why WhatsApp restart the links of the groups, but I have been proposing ideas to improve the spam management, that we can call about it. We can tell the name. I want to leave the proof of the debates that I want to set in the Planetary Forum of Social Networks, and that's something important, how to manage the spam. For example, I waste a lot of time removing and reporting the people who offer crypto assets or investment, and I also waste a lot of time when the number is blocked and you never receive a report why you are blocked. For example, uh, if someone, for example, like the companies who offer financial investments or investment in crypto assets, did you an spam, you can send a report, and those account can know the group where they received the report and the number of reports. So in order to avoid making it, and the same in communities, when you have some groups in community, you can block particular groups to remove from all the community, because sometimes they enter to the groups and they make you waste a lot of time removing each by one. If you are, for example, has an admin in WhatsApp, we must have uh, a dashboard for managing groups. I don't know if some people or companies, organizations have access to for those kind of dashboard. I think that it can be a premium feature in Telegram and in WhatsApp, in instant messaging apps. We need to improve it. Maybe in Slack and also in Discord, but it doesn't have so much user. But I think that we can manage collective action in the field. I also want to remember, Meta, that our Facebook communities are banned. I started to make some videos, and those videos were. But I see that it is not very well seen. In the past, I remember 4 or 5 years ago, when you make a post, when you did a post, you have the option to define from your community the people that the pages that the people of your community follow without any payment. For example, I have a I make the process of filter the community of Facebook in a very good manner, and I want to send, for example, some messages to people who follow specific bands of music or specific pages, not for the others. I think that LinkedIn must have the same option for post, and also any social network. I think that it must be a feature in the post or in the reels or in the stories. Well, in the story only for your followers, but well, not it makes sense. So I think that we must have that feature. If that feature have any payment, I think that it must have a lower payment for this, because it can have the same payment that make a an paid an advertisement with payment. So, for example, at this moment, I can communicate particular proposals to the communities of Facebook that the largest community has a 1/4 of million of users approximately, and I can send messages to them. And I don't want to send messages to all of them, only to particular people, and I can use it Facebook for this field. And it's a banning. I want to explain that I paid for the advertisement at that time, and it requires a lot of human effort to pay those services to a US organization, and I need to recover that investment. I had the opportunity of sell the the communities of Facebook, but I didn't do it. And I need to recover the communities because I know what I was created, and I was aware that in the future the payment for ads in community will be more expensive, and I know the type of community that I created. So I need to recover it. I want to remember it in the Suez that we are preparing. Yesterday I did another video in the night showing that Twitter is banning the aperture of the accounts in one cell phone. I can open the accounts, I can create new accounts, and I want to remember it. For example, we need to recover the old account in Twitter because it requires a lot of effort to get new followers. It is not so easy as the people that already is famous, has the CEOs in Silicon Valley, has Elon Musk or Mark Zuckerberg, that they have a lot of people following them. In my case, it requires a lot of effort to connect new people, and I invest a lot of time in my life in this, and I hate to be banned in the social networks. And well, at this moment, I started to edit the description of the groups, some groups on WhatsApp, and I'm going to make the same on LinkedIn. I want to make a group of negotiation with the specific organizations, and I want to leave the proof of what we are proposing in order to collect witness about this process, and later we can start with the quantification of the social and environmental damages for banning us, for sending cyber attacks, for sending me directed energy weapons. And I think that many people receive directed energy weapons, but they are not aware. And I want to research about it. So that's what I want to say at this moment. Uh, I think that it is very important to improve the search engines for the tagging. We must tag in a faster way, and we must have some options to tag in and not writing because it wastes a lot of time. We must also have a dashboard. I want to propose it to HotSuite, a dashboard to manage the posts in different social networks in order to don't repeat. For example, in my case, I have a lot of videos retained in my cell phone that I can upload in my YouTube, and that I can upload on Instagram, and that I can upload on TikTok. And I could be more viral if I upload in the 3 social network at a time and with particular hashtag. I think that we also need to improve the scheme to put hashtags. I think that the hashtag must have a particular field in the post. We must go deep about it. Well, that's something that I want to discuss with the social network in order to connect in a better way. I also don't forget that I also have been proposed that we must set goals on each post. We must have this option in order to improve the connection between the posts in social network. and in order to connect the connection between social networks. And I think that also the advertisement, we need to connect the accounts in different social networks. For example, in my case, my Facebook account with LinkedIn, with my YouTube account, with my Instagram account, with my WhatsApp account. And for example, if someone wants to make an advertisement in any social network, I can receive a better advertisement, and we can have access that, for example, if someone wants to write us, we can have the option that to accept or deny that connection, because it can be an anonymous, so that someone wants to send a message for the people with the following ethnographic no demographic. I think that it could be another feature for social networks. So I want to request a meeting with Mark Zuckerberg, a virtual meeting with Elon Musk, as a part of the compensation for the damages, because I have been doing a lot of proposal for them, and they are ignoring it, and they are delaying the evolution of our civilization, because we need to evolve to the web semantic or semantic web of web 3.0, and we need to improve the way to create trends in the post in the social network, and we need to improve the connection between social network, and we can change the way to generate revenue with the ads. Because for example, if a social network make a partnership with a social network, and if some advertiser wants to make an announcement in a social network and put the characteristics of another social network, they can pay a part of the revenue to the another social network, because it improved the advertisement. I am tired of receiving not targeted advertisement in, for example, in YouTube, because YouTube don't have many information about me in the demographic way, only probably the keyword that I search on Google, for example, and things like that. But we need to improve it, because it, it will become us in the civilization more efficient. For example, at this moment, there are a lot of companies or organizations making advertisement, and the advertisement is not so targeted. And I think that if the advertisement is more targeted, they will get more revenues, and they will have a better segmentation of their communication campaign. So I think that we need to improve the social network, because that's the revenue streams of the social networks. Well, that's the main revenue stream of the social network, because some of them also have premium features. But I think that we need to propose a lot of changes for the instant messaging apps, and also for the post in the social networks, and also the search engines for groups, the search engine for events as well, and the revenue negotiation between different social networks in order to make more targeted ads. So I hope to concrete the virtual meeting as soon as possible, or the presential meeting in the United States. I want to collect all of this process prior to send my appeal to the Board Immigration Appeal of the Department of Justice of the United States, because I am able to receive political asylum or security in Colombia, a political asylum in any country or security in Colombia. But as I explained 1 year ago, the best option is to stay in Silicon Valley, because I can negotiate many things, and we can accelerate our civilization faster if I am there, because we can handle more deals, we can have better connection, and most of the planet health leaders are located in this part of the planet. That's one of the main reasons to stay there, beyond my resource persecution and my security risks. So I hope to connect as soon as possible with the planet health leaders and CEOs of social networks, and main shareholders of social network, and founders. Have a good year.